It's time to start your morning by taking 5. Here's your host, Matt McMaster.
You're listening to Take 5, a quick 5-minute take on the biggest things happening in Nebraska sports. I am your host, Matt McMaster. Today we're talking about Underwood, the quarterback that will be taking the field for the Michigan Wolverines when they take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers this Saturday at Memorial Stadium. The true freshman, the $10 million man, the former LSU commit, who then flipped, thanks to some nice donations to the University of Michigan, to become a Wolverine, and has now led Michigan to a 2-1 record after defeating New Mexico and Central Michigan and losing to Oklahoma in Norman. Went ahead and I watched this tape. I watched the Oklahoma game live, and then I went ahead and I went back and I watched the Central Michigan tape. And look, I think that this game against Nebraska and Michigan is going to come down to a quarterback duel and going to come down to how much better can Dylan Raiola be than Bryce Underwood, and how effective can Bryce Underwood be in his second game against a Power 5 opponent. Now, I want to make this clear. I think Dylan Raiola is the better quarterback. I think that what Dylan has shown through the first 3 weeks of this season, he's made improvements. He's made improvements in the pocket. He's made improvements with his movement. He looks way more comfortable in the pocket, which was a big thing for me heading from last year to this season. And, he's making a lot of these quicker throws, these quicker decisions. He just looks more in rhythm. I think that is really, really good. And I think last season you saw that Dylan, as a freshman, the game was coming a little quick to him, and he would get flustered. I see the same things with Bryce Underwood. I think Bryce Underwood is a better true freshman quarterback than Dylan Raiola was last year. But I think Bryce Underwood definitely has a lot of those true freshman, I want to call them yips or nervousness when throwing the football. When he's in the pocket, so very first play of the Michigan game, he's in the pocket. He's got a guy pretty wide open down the middle of the field. He missed him. His next possession on that first drive, gets the ball, he's getting in the pocket. Immediately, he just wants to run. When you see his footwork in the pocket, he's kind of gyrating a little bit. He's kind of jumping a little bit. He doesn't really have the most firm base to really lock in and throw the football. And he just seems, it's not like he's behind a bad offensive line, but he's just not fully comfortable standing, even against Central Michigan, who's not a Power 5 team, who doesn't have that great of a rush. It just seemed like he was a little uncomfortable in that space. But man, when, number one, he takes off, when he's a runner, he's effective. He's fast. He is agile. He's strong. He's hard to catch. I mean, when he can get out of the pocket and pass the line of scrimmage and use his feet, whether it be on a design quarterback run or whether it be scrambling, it's something to watch. And also, rolling out of the pocket. He is a really good thrower on the run. I was taken aback by how effective he seemed on the run against Central Michigan. And even against Oklahoma, there are a couple throws that he had on the run against Oklahoma where even though he only completed 9 passes, it kind of popped. I mean, he is going to be a guy that if he can lock down some comfortability, lock down some better footwork in the pocket, becoming a better pocket passer, he's going to be a superstar in college football. He doesn't have that yet because of how young he is, because he is 19 and he's, this is his first year as a true freshman quarterback in Michigan. I think that Nebraska with their secondary is going to make it incredibly difficult for Michigan with a pretty lacking set of wide receivers to push the ball downfield. I would be shocked if Michigan was able to complete a in-pocket, non-scrambling pass for more than 40 yards in this game against Nebraska, because I don't think that they have the outside weapons. I think Nebraska has the advantage on the secondary, and I don't think Underwood is comfortable with doing it. But when Underwood is out of the pocket, Underwood is on the move, both throwing the ball and running the ball, he's a problem. He's a major, major problem. And I think what's so, I don't want to call it interesting, and I don't want to call it shocking either, but what sticks out to me is that when he's rolling right and when he's rolling left, but mainly it's when he's rolling right, he's got a great sense of the field and he's got a great sense of his surroundings. And he has just shows the poise of, okay, I know this guy's a couple yards away from me and he's bearing down on me, but I'm going to, on the run, throw this football. I'm going to be deadly accurate with it. And so I don't think it's as easy for Nebraska to just say, hey, we're going to put a spy on Bryce Underwood. Hey, we're gonna dedicate Vincent Shavers to making sure that he can stay within the pocket. I think it's going to take more of an effort than that. I think it's going to take tedious planning from John Butler to figure out ways to keep him grounded, because in the pocket, it's lacking. In the pocket, he's nervous. In the pocket, he's jittery. In the pocket, the footwork isn't there. The base isn't there. It's just not. His accuracy declines. Even to a certain extent, his power declines. But when he tucks it and he runs it, he's deadly. He's dangerous. He can hit his head on the goalpost at any moment when he tucks that ball. And secondly, when he's throwing on the run, I mean, you get so, in Central Michigan did this a couple times, they got so walloped in the threat that, okay, he's going to take off, that they sunk down in coverage, and then he was just able to pin it on some guys. So, Underwood is a quarterback. To kind of summarize this, Bryce Underwood is a quarterback that's young, that has a lot of things to iron out, that has, some big improvements to make, especially as a pocket passer. But he is dangerous, and he has big play ability, game-changing ability, game-breaking ability through both his legs and his ability to throw on the run. And while Dylan Raiola is the better quarterback, in my opinion, Bryce Underwood is still a good enough quarterback to just straight up beat Nebraska if they don't properly plan and execute that plan against him. I think that they will play better quarterbacks as the season goes on, but I don't know if they'll play quarterbacks that have as much singular game-changing one-play ability that Bryce Underwood has. All right, that's been Take 5, and I've been Matt McMaster.